Well, it appears that we're going to have another day with no sunrise. Yeah, I guess if I had a thought we were going to have a sunrise, I wouldn't have the camera aimed at the bird feeder right now. I'd have it aimed over to where the sun's supposed to come up around Merv's flag. Yeah. Anyway. Now, how did we get to this place? Well, we'll just have to watch the very short rollback, and it will explain. And today it is my hope to work on some of these railings and get them on here. At least that's the plan. Let's do the rollback and sort of put everything in perspective. Very soon after I pressed the stop button at the end of yesterday's episode, I did notice that the CA glue seemed to be seeping down, you might say, from these little round balls onto the masking tape. And although I didn't think it would probably stick real badly on the gum here, I thought I better get them off, and I did immediately take that one off, and the second one, although I did do it on the tape because it would hold it in place. I mean, that was the whole idea. And I took it off again, and I put them right where you see them right now. So we're looking at 4 to 5 hours that they've been sitting there. Now I'm wondering, have they maybe kind of glued themselves to this turntable platter? I don't think so. So I'm just going to very gently lift it off and see if there's any resistance. No, not on that one. There was a little on that one. I could feel it. Okay. Now I do have another concern, and that is that it is possible that the CA glue is going to maybe sort of glint a little bit. Now, I don't know. Let's put them back on here and spin it around and see. Can we see glinting? I don't think it's going to be really bad, but I'm just kind of curious. I'm not noticing anything in the monitor. Nothing jumps out at me anyway. Okay. They're ready to go on the ship. And I think that's probably the next thing we got to do is get our hood on the table. Okay, so my thinking on this now is if I don't have to reach over the ship, there's less chance breaking something off. Yeah, we've turned back to step 76 here because we got to put down a bunch of railing, which is already pre-cut but not pre-bent. But we're gonna have to do that in the morning, I think. It's getting pretty late here, and I'm getting pretty tired. So, yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, I think the way to go here is to start at the bow and just work our way back. I've got the ship turned right now in the same orientation as the manual. Now I realize that when we do the other side, it's going to be opposite. but I should be able to figure it out. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with the ladders that we made in step 75, and that would be these right here. Okay, they're the ones that one of the rungs broke off in the ultrasonic cleaner. Now I don't, like I mentioned, I don't know if I did it or if the vibration did it. Could be a combination of both. Anyway, yeah, and these ladders are going to go right there. I thought this was a piece of dust on there, but it must be something else. Well, I think I better deal with it now before we get the ladder on. Wonder what that is. Okay, this brush here has stiffer bristles. I don't know. That catches your eye. I can't leave that. I'm going to have to paint that over. Okay, I think this is the same paint. Wonder if I have enough. Well, it will shrink wrap down. Okay, now what are we going to do? It's wet. How am I going to fasten the ladder to that? Well, maybe I have to do something else. Okay, right beside and almost attached to our ladder here is a railing, E3. Now, I don't know if this is going to work on something this heavy that's painted. Yeah, it did. Okay. Now, are these, is it a case of it doesn't matter which way I bend this? In other words, is the post the same distance from here to here as it is from here to here? It kind of looks like it is. In other words, we make a bend right here. Now the thought had been to try and find some of the plans that we have, and I do believe we have some drawings that are already 1/200 scale. If you remember with the Bismarck, we did that quite a bit and it worked out quite good. But it seems to me that I did a lot of scanning and then printing it out to scale. And I don't want to have to go to that effort again. That was a lot of work. It was fun, but I don't want to do it again. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend it right here and just do sort of the trial and error. And I don't think I'll be using Andy's photo etch bender for this. I think I'll just use the Tamiya plier, which is where? Okay. You know, maybe trying to do this on camera is not a good idea. Now, this is actually my first attempt on this. I just sort of eyeballed it here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, so is it going to fit around these, whatever you call these things right here? No, it's not. It is not going to fit there. Yeah, did I maybe, I'm sure I put those where there's, where the mounting holes were. Now what do we do? It is going to fit the other way. I think I've got the angle just about right. But we'll just fasten it down with the holder downer. I wonder if, okay, how would it be if I made a little bit of a jog right here at the end, I wonder. Gotta think about this. Okay, once again, I've just eyeballed it here. And is it gonna fit, or did I maybe not bend it enough here? If I can get this one post, maybe I should be using something else. We'll use Mr. T's pointing device here very, very carefully. Don't worry, that was just my pressure cooker. Boy, that's a piercing sound. Okay. I think if I bent it just a little bit more, yeah, I'm gonna just sort of bend it back just a little bit more here. I'm gonna do it off camera. Now I have to be so careful with my other hand. Okay, I think I'm going to have to bend the hook where it's hooking around there. I'm going to have to bend it a little bit sharper. Okay, now I think I got it bent too sharp. I think I'm just going to fasten it down like that. Unless I could, roll that back where it's up against those deck tan colored things. Okay, here we go again. That's what I really liked about watching Steve in the model shed do this build. He would know. He would never use the term deck tan colored things. He would know already before he opened his mouth and started flapping his lips, what these things were actually called. Yeah, his show, you might say, was a little bit more professional. Now, I think, I know that the angle for this piece to the right is not quite right, but I think we got the other one right. Right now it's just a little bit after 10 in the morning, and I went online to check on our tweezers. Well, they're here in Winnipeg, but they're not out for delivery yet. So that means they probably won't be here in time for today's episode. Okay, as you can see, I got 2 holder downers going here. There. Now, I'm going to just carefully put a little bit in from the back. Okay. Oh, I'm bumping it with my hand. I don't know, maybe that holder downer has to be a little bit more over the post. I don't want to push down too hard, I'm going to bend the rail. Okay, let's let that cure, and I think it'll be fairly strong. Unfortunately, I can sort of see a little bit of glinting going on there. Now, yeah, I wonder if I can just get in here now without bumping anything. No, I'm not. It's kind of awkward. This, you know, if I can come in like that, it would work. But that's not a good angle either. Well, you know, maybe I can go just to the right of that post that we just glued. Just a little bit here. Okay, here's my problem. These things here are really in the way, and I'm constantly working around this way or working around this way. I don't know if I should take these off and then put them back on later, or being is that maybe there isn't going to be that another railing that has to go right here anyway. The ladder has to go right here, but I think I can put it on. Let's check and see if our paint's dry. I think from my perspective, it almost looks like it is. Now, a little bit earlier, I was wondering if I'd selected the wrong paint because it looked so much darker than the deck that was already there. But now that it's dried, it matches perfectly, so I did get the right one. But you see the clock? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, and he's going to be here in about 46 minutes, all being well. Thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.